I think the most important thing about education is not to learn by rote, but to question everything. To question everything. And in order to question everything, you have to know a bit more than the next person. But there's nothing worse than sitting in a class knowing that you know that what you're being taught is wrong. But you have to know you're righter than he is. And so I think the broad mind, one of the things that I don't like about universities now is there's a tendency for them, and perhaps they have to because people demand that, to say, all right, I will teach you more and more about less and less so I can give you a certificate that says you were trained. And then I can go out and get a job because that's the case. But really, universities ought to be just the reverse. They ought to be saying, how in this period of my life when I'm able to search, I can get the broadest possible Renaissance type of education where I can see what the world's all about and pick and choose what interests me and follow that thing that I have some affinity for, but not forget about all the other stuff around about. That to me is the right kind of education to have. And I think we have to work very hard to make sure that our education systems don't narrowly define education. Because there's so much information now, I don't think you can teach everybody information. You can go and get it in the books. You can go and turn on Google and get anything you want to know about Google. So you don't have to know all that in your mind. What you have to know is how to acquire it, how to evaluate it, what's real and what isn't real, how to become how to find out things that nobody's interested in. That gives you a fuller life.